Hey everyone, welcome back to this Gunsmith task guide series for patch 12.12. Went through and updated every one of the gunsmiths, and we're going to do Gunsmith part 6 right now, which is the RSASS, which is probably the only one of the gunsmith where the actual weapon itself is the hard part to get a hold of. With the removal of it from the flea market, as of when I made this video, they may add it back in later, you can't buy the RSASS, so you either have to find it in raid, you have to buy it, or you have to barter for it. Now, in order to buy it, you have to wait quite a while to do this. And this is usually what I suggest players do anyways, because the higher level you are, the more traders you have unlocked, the more tasks you have done. So you have more stuff available to you to build these gunsmith tasks, which makes them cheaper and easier. But some people like to do them as fast as possible to get that XP, some of the resources you get out of them, and some of the unlocks. So like I said, with the RSASS, buy, barter, or find it and raid. So if you're going to buy it, you have to get to loyalty level 4 Peacekeeper. And you have to finish Wet Job Part 5. That is one of the end of his string of tasks. So you're going to be pretty high level, at least level 36, obviously, but you might even be 40 before you get here. And once you're there, you can buy it from Peacekeeper for like $1,200 or $1,300. The other option is at Peacekeeper loyalty level 3, you have a barter. And I'll show you that barter right here. That's what all these dog tags are sitting here for, because this is what I'm going to do so I could do it. And that barter is on loyalty level 3 right here. You need 8 level 15 bear dog tags and 8 level 15 USEC dog tags. They don't have to be exactly 15. They got to be 15 or higher. And that's what I have. And that's what we have right here. Now, I'm not just going to click this because I'm going to show you. I want to pick specific dog tags. So I have these 8 bear and these 8 USEC. And I'm not going to get into why I pick specific ones. But you can just drag and drop here if you want to do the same thing and get them. So we'll go here and we'll get this RSASS bot. Just when you're done, make sure you recheck this fill items thing, because if you don't, it makes it a pain to do barters later and buy stuff later. All right, so the next thing we have to do is we have to get a suppressor for this. And instead of going through the buy screen, it's another barter. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy 4 rams off the flea market. Now, these will run between 7,000 and 9,000. So we'll get these at 8,000 here, it looks like. And there we go. So 4 rams. Go into mechanic and barter for his hybrid suppressor. Cheap little barter. This is about the cheapest suppressor you're going to be able to do this and be fine. So now we have the hybrid suppressor. We'll put that down here. And we're going to go into edit presets. And of course, I've already got one built for you. All right, now we're just going to go into the preset and I'm going to show you the build that I came up with. It's pretty simple and it's really, really simple. So take the mag out. You go to a hybrid 46, which we already bought the one with the little cover on there. This mount is the cheapest mount you can buy, and it's the 30 millimeter from Jaeger. And then you go to the Leopold Mark IV rifle scope. And the reason I picked that is because it's really cheap. 35 to 40K usually. But we've got our ergo. Oh, one more part because our ergo's not high enough. The AFG M-Lock, we'll go with FDE so it all matches and looks pretty. That gives us our 27 ergo, our 1500 sighting range. We're under 300 recoil. We're under 6.5 weight. Everything else is hunky-dory. So that's it. 5 parts and you're done. So we'll assemble this, and I already had the parts all bought, but let me show you what it'll cost if you don't. You know, we got the hybrid suppressor already, so we don't have to get that. We got to get the scope. All these other parts come on the gun. We need the grip. We need that. We need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. So you're talking about 50,000 in parts, and 33,000 of that is the scope. So that's the build. That's it. Pretty straight, simple. You don't need to have a mag in there. We can just go turn this in. We'll go right into mechanic, and voila. Turn in, complete. Now, if you can't get your dog tags, if you're struggling with that, or you want to do this before you have Peacekeeper level 3, you have a couple options to get the RSASS. Number 1, you kill a player with it and you see it, take the gun because you can use it now. A little more difficult. You're gonna have a little stuff because they're gonna have it modified, but it's still gonna be something that you can use for mechanics. It doesn't have to be found in raid. You need to search West Room 218 in Resort on Shoreline. That room in the bathroom on the boxes, it can spawn an RSASS. Several people have gotten them there this wipe that I've heard on comments and stuff telling me, so it looks like it's still there. Now, you don't need the 218 key. You can have 218, 221, or 222. All 3 of those rooms are linked through the balconies, so you can zigzag through and get through and use them. And then lastly, you can just find it in weapon boxes, marked rooms, you know, just found in raid loot around the world. Those are your options outside of doing the barter or the purchase. But aside from that, that's pretty much the build. Hope it gets you through your Gunsmith Part 6 task a little bit easier. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you in Tarkov.